Hi guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing okay. Welcome to my channel. You know the name, Miss Nabia. It's right on down below. Click like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the type of conversations we have on this channel. Today, I really wanted to talk about it's the usual murder and moisturize. I'll be moisturizing using Fenty Skin. Moisturizer, cleanser, and cleanser, toner, and moisturizer, I should say. Um, I actually have been enjoying it for the past couple of weeks, so I would definitely recommend you getting it and giving it a go. I mean, considering I use it nearly every day, I've not used a lot, have I? Like, I use it all the time. So the moisturizer more than anything, I use the moisturizer every day. But I tend to cleanse in the evening usually. So yeah, today I wanted to actually talk about this crazy recent murder, that's happened in Belize, and it involves this woman called Jasmine Hart, and she is the daughter-in-law of um, Lord Ashcroft, which in the UK you might know a little bit about him. Lord Ashcroft is a prominent, what do you call it, Conservative Party supporter. He used to be a bench member and financial backer actually for the Conservative Party. So I mean, the story is still a bit fresh, so there's different newspapers everywhere. I mean, they're all reporting different things. If I look at the UK papers, they're reporting basically that Lord Ashcroft's daughter-in-law has been transferred now to a notorious jail in Belize. Now, the daughter-in-law is married. She's basically married to his son, Andrew, and this guy Andrew's dad is a billionaire called Lord Ashcroft. Now, she has been charged apparently with manslaughter for this police superintendent's murder. Now, the story is that the superintendent murder is the guy that's basically been murdered, and this lady Jasmine have been friends. The story is that they have had drinks together, and that they basically have some sort of connection. People know that they've been friends. I mean, the other papers, I've got a few papers here kind of that I've researched a little bit. Hey, Leslie, thanks for joining. Hey, Michelle. That basically they speak a little bit about the as the daughter-in-law of this British lord, because he's a lord, she is basically accustomed to a certain luxury lifestyle. I mean, this man is a billionaire. You can imagine his son's probably got the same lifestyle he's got. And, she's used to going to billionaire parties and, hosting lavish parties on luxury resorts and stuff like that on wealthy Caribbean islands now. But she is a socialite called Jasmine Hartin. She's apparently dubbed the queen of the Alaya. That's the swank hotel that apparently she operates with her husband, Andrew Ashcroft. But apparently she'll soon be swapping her idyllic lifestyle for one of Central America's toughest prisons. Apparently, this prison that she's going to is called the Belize Central Prison in Hattieville, and apparently it's the nation's only prison, and it has been slammed for its inhumane conditions and overcrowding. So you can imagine this woman is going to be put there. I mean, with the money that she's got, are they really putting her in general population, or do you reckon they're going to be putting I'm doing well, Michelle. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, so or will they be putting her in general population, or will they put her in a special cell where she's away from all the threats and stuff? Apparently they nicknamed this prison Hattieville Ramada. Hattieville Ramada. It currently houses 1,041 prisoners. Now, many of whom they are waiting for months and months and months, right, to get a court date. Even years they wait for trials. They wait, you know, in concrete cell blocks. Apparently, they undergo really strict religious instruction. You know, this jail is not the type of prison you would want to be in as a single female. You know, as of today, apparently they said they had one sole Caucasian inmate. That's what the Daily Mail reports. They've only had one Caucasian inmate. So the rest of them are all Belizean, you know, white, black, or any other country kind of origin, you know. And then this lady, the man that she'd apparently killed, is Superintendent Henry Jemmett, who ends up being shot. They're saying that it's a single wound to the back of the ear, like the bullet hole had pierced the skin behind his right ear. So the way it stands now, she is accused and she will be dealt with like any other untried prisoner, is basically what they're saying. And it's the CEO of this non-profit foundation that runs the Notorious facility. They said that they will treat her like everybody else. She will have to face the law, you know, etc. She apparently is a mother of two. She's 32 years old, and she's insisting that she fired by accident as she was handling Superintendent Henry Jemmett back his surface weapon last Friday morning. Now they're saying that apparently allegedly she was giving this man a massage on the pier. It was just the two of them. Apparently, they had been drinking on a wooden jetty that morning close to her hotel when a single bullet struck Jemmett in the back of the head, causing the 6-foot police officer to topple off the pier in the luxurious coastal enclave of Ambergris Cay. Now, Hartin has been charged with manslaughter as it stands now by negligence rather than murder or full-fledged manslaughter, which means she could be let off with a short prison sentence or more likely a fine. Apparently she can get off with just a fine. Like, how is this woman with the money they've got, I'm not surprised, because money in Belize, they can probably buy off the whole of the police force, right? And the judicial system, I don't know. But she's been charged. Now, her influential attorney, his name is Godfrey Smith, apparently he implored a magistrate in San Pedro, the island's only town, to release her during the closed-door arraignment. Now, but on Sunday, the official sided with the cops who said she was a major flight risk. So, hey, Justice, thanks for joining. So if she's seen as a major flight risk, I'm assuming they're going to probably try to take her passport off her and not allow her to travel or anything like that. So she's then going to be transferred to the Belizean mainland by plane or boat in the next day or so. Now, this is when the incident actually happened. As it stands now in the present, she is actually in that Belizean prison, right? And then apparently she will be settling into life in prison while Smith, the former Attorney General of Belize, appeals to the Supreme Courts to overturn the decision. So obviously, again, they are basically trying to get this woman out of jail. This particular jailhouse, this particular jail, should I say, they house both men and women as well as youths, and it's been featured on Netflix documentary series called The World's Toughest Prisons. So if you want to see what this prison looks like, go and look up this Netflix documentary about the world's toughest prisons, because you should be able to see what this prison looks like. I mean, it's awful. The prison is just very, very low standard, prison. She was seen apparently pictured behind bars by local media in Belize on Monday evening. Hartin, who is married, as I said, to the son of this billionaire Lord Ashcroft, was taken into custody last Friday. Now, Daily Mail has revealed a picture Monday evening of her. That you see the picture that I've shown, that's her on the thumbnail. That's her being taken from the police station, I think, to the prison with the police officers. And then they're also reporting that she basically in the beginning tried to come up with this story that somebody had shot him from the sea or the ocean. So somebody who was in a boat or whatever or passing by, mind you, they were sitting on a pier, so access from all sides, I'm assuming, right? So she thought that, no, she claimed that somebody had shot him from in the water, but they soon find out that that couldn't have happened. Now, another thing is they're saying that she started cooperating very quickly because the police had found cocaine on her, and so she was facing cocaine charges on top of everything else. So apparently she then confessed and said that she did it, allegedly. Now, Gemmet, who's the police officer who got shot, had arrived in San Pedro last week and was staying at a downtown hotel. He'd been fishing and visiting bars with friends. Now, in her police statement, she claimed she invited the veteran police officer to her apartment where the pair had drinks and discussed her personal security. Then she's told the cops that they later walked a short distance to the wooden pier by the Mata Rocks Hotel, which was closed because of the pandemic. Now, Hartin is telling the police that Gemmet said that he was suffering from shoulder pain. So apparently she's claiming that the police superintendent had said that his shoulder was a bit sore, had pain, and that she'd offered to give him a massage while he placed his gun in front on the dock. Now, when this gun was picked up by her, apparently to pass back to him, the gun accidentally fired, is what she's claiming. Now, first of all, if you're giving this man a massage, why are you having to hand the gun back to him? He can pick it up himself. That's the first thing. So to me, that doesn't even make no sense. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but that to me doesn't make any sense. And then they're saying also that she was found at the scene by a security guard, hysterical and covered in blood, but she clammed up and summoned a lawyer straight away. As soon as she got into the police custody, she asked for her lawyer, her attorney. Now, this blonde socialite has spent apparently the last couple of days in jail. And they're saying that she was arraigned behind a cloak of secrecy on Monday in San Pedro. And apparently this story actually is being reported here in the UK because this Lord Ashcroft, Michael Ashcroft, is very well known in the political scene. And in America, I mean, this wasn't really being reported until earlier this morning. So I don't know what's going on, why the story is kind of being kept on, as if they're trying to not, make people know what's going on, because we all know people with money get away with certain things. Now, if this woman has actually murdered this man allegedly left behind 5 children. So if she has murdered him, then exactly, that's what I mean. But in the UK, it's all over the news. If you put in Lord Ashcroft, daughter-in-law, or anything like that, she will pop up. I mean, the Sun newspapers, the Daily Mail. I've got, what other papers have I got here? I've got different papers that I've looked up and read. I mean, the Metro is reporting it, the Evening Standard, the Independent, all of them, they're all reporting it. Sky News, they're saying this billionaire Tory grandee, basically she's been charged with manslaughter by negligence. But the fact that this woman is, some sort of socialite, and they are keeping if this was you and I, the normal commoner, getting caught for murder or alleged murder of a police superintendent, wherever he is, then don't you think that we would have been reprimanded and sent to jail and thrown away the key? The fact that they are trying to hide, I'm going to start moisturizing, guys. I'm chatting away and getting into the story. The fact that they're trying to hide the the story, I think, and suppressing it a little bit is what's funny to me, because usually this type of story would have been everywhere. You know, it would have been everywhere. Now, let me just pick up where I left off. So they're saying, you know, like I said, why would she pick up the gun, right? And hand it to him. There was no need for you to pick up this gun and hand it to anybody. It was his gun. It was his gun to handle, not for you to handle the actual gun. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't even know why she used the excuse of, you know, she just picked up the gun and handed it back to him. If my friend is a police officer and he's put his gun on the table while we're having a cup of tea or a drink or a catch up, there's no way me in my right mind I'm gonna pick up this gun to put my fingerprints on it, furthermore to hand over to my friend. Why would I do that? I don't understand. So to me, that in itself is dodgy. Do you know what I mean? That in itself is dodgy to me. That don't make no sense. No, I wouldn't be handing you no gun. I would not be handing you no gun. So sorry, but that doesn't make no sense to me whatsoever. Now, this woman basically now is sitting on her way, or sitting in this notorious prison in Belize. What do you guys think will happen next? What do you guys, because this story is fresh. This story, there's much more to come to this, with this story. We still don't know exact details. We don't know why this, you know, apparently like I said, she met up with him to speak to him about her security and personal security. But why is her husband not speaking? Why is her husband, sorry guys, why is her husband not coming out in support of his wife and saying any, you know, I don't understand. Andrew is apparently Lord Ashcroft's youngest. Oh, there's a bit of fluff. You see, this is why I don't like bloody pads. He's Lord Ashcroft's youngest son, you know, and it's like, why is this husband of hers not coming out in support of his wife? That's dodgy to me. Why hasn't he said anything, made a statement or anything like that? Is it because Lord Ashcroft, by the way, Lord Ashcroft has, what did they say, citizenship in Belize? He has good connections in Belize. You know, her wanting to talk to this police officer about her own personal security tells you that they've got money for days. So if you think about it, this man could have probably bought up a whole police force in order to keep her safe and make her feel more, you know, at ease while she's staying on the island as such, you know. So I don't even understand why her husband hasn't come out and said anything. You know, he's his youngest son. She initially refused to give a statement. Chester Williams said, which is the police commissioner, he said she refused to give a statement at first. I'm now going to use some of this fat water, i.e. the toner, which is really nice. It's not as watery as usual toner, so I'm just going to use my hands and rub it on. So, this woman is this is dodgy to me in itself. I mean, they're saying when they investigated and Hartin was in custody, they found a female on the pier. She had what appeared to be blood on her arms and on her clothing. So if somebody had shot this man and shot him, let's say, you know, in the ocean, from the ocean, or somebody had shot him from a boat, if you had seen your friend shot, I love it too, Leslie, it's amazing. If you had seen your friend who you're sitting with and having a drink with, all of a sudden, you know, or whatever sound the gun makes, you hear the shot and boom, the man gets hit right behind his, right ear, this side, sorry, right behind his right ear, and he drops down. Wouldn't you be like, oh my God, like help, somebody help? You would look around. people would have said she was shouting for help or for assistance straight away. I don't understand how people said that she was seen walking on the pier somewhat distressed and in shock, because obviously this man was just shot in front of her. Or, you know, was he shot in front of her? We don't know that. But the commissioner is saying, he stated that this doesn't really seem like an incident. He's saying that it seems rather personal and not an attack. Do you understand? So even if somebody was trying to shoot him from the distance, don't you think it would be better aimed? Don't you think they wouldn't have left any witnesses behind if that's the case? I'm now using the moisturizer, by the way. This says SP30 in there, SPF 30. So it's really, really nice for when you're going outside. It really doesn't, it looks glowy now and wet, but it really doesn't after a while. It just makes your skin feel like you've got protection all day long. And my skin seems a lot clearer as well, if I'm honest. So you guys should definitely try it out, ladies, if you're wondering what it's like. So I'm going to look into the night creams, because like how I'm getting older, I could do with some eye serum and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, let me carry on. So apparently she was seen somewhat in an emotional state walking around the pier. So they're saying they believe to some extent that she has been affected by this. But he also added, the police commissioner added, that from what they know, they are friends. From what they know, they had drinks that day on the pier, you know, catching up or whatever. Apparently they were both fully clothed. So here she goes. Apparently they were fully clothed, so it's not like anything else was going on. I wondered whether they were fully clothed, but it's funny how they've actually stated that in most newspapers. Apparently, according to her LinkedIn profile, though, Hartin is director of lifestyle and experience at the Alaya Belize Hotel Group, a company that's run by Andrew Ashcroft, who is 43, her husband. So she obviously is in business with this billionaire family that she married into. And the police department basically in Belize has been contacted for an update on the investigation. So as the story carries on, obviously newspapers are waiting to hear from Belize police station and see what else comes out and what comes of this story. I mean, this woman is basically facing either up to 5 years in jail or just a fine. I'm going to drop the link. This is not going to be one that's too long today. But what do you guys think? The fact that, do you guys think her billionaire connections and her money, you know, will help her out in this instant? Are you guys wondering, just like how I am, where her husband is? Like, do you guys think something else is going on due to why her husband hasn't spoken up? You know, they've denied her bail application, by the way. So she's not going to get bail anytime soon. She's not getting bail anytime soon. And this man, like I said, I will have to remind you guys, this man has left behind 5 children. 5 children. So, and his sister is devastated. She's like, all they know, all they've been told is basically that her brother was found on the pier, you know, by security guards, and that apparently he was with a woman that they don't know. Now, we don't know exactly what's happened with him and her, and you know that she's claiming that they were speaking due to regarding her security. But what do you think, Leslie?
I don't know. It's fishy. Like, if she's handing him the gun, and I have, you know, family in law enforcement, that safety is always on the gun. That gun should not have gone off.
Right.
And he's like not just a cop. He's the superintendent of police. Like, you would think that he would know better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been able to handle a weapon that I wasn't supposed to. You know, you don't just hand somebody a gun. A gun is a weapon.
Yes.
And he shouldn't have been able to, he shouldn't have had it off.
Well, in my head, I wouldn't, for somebody who doesn't handle a gun on a regular basis, if you are my friend, like I said, I wouldn't be picking a gun up to hand to you. You would pick it up yourself. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand how or why. But it's fishy. The only thing that like gives me pause is like,
yeah,
this is the position. Like if I were to want to do something to myself, and I won't say because I don't want to get you demonetized, but this would be the position that it would go in, behind my right ear, because I'm right-handed.
Then again, though, do you think because she's involved in all this hotel stuff, remember, contracts cost a lot of money, things like that. It was this police officer somewhat in the way of some of their business dealings? We don't know this.
Did they give him a toxicology report? Because if she had certain substances on her,
yeah,
did he have them in his body? Did she have them in her body, or were they
don't know?
Like these are the things that need to get asked, and I'm sure they already did all that, but I don't know.
I mean,
see her possibly getting out within a year.
The punishment for manslaughter is life or up to 25 years. However, why are they saying that she's only facing a maximum of 5 or a fine?
Is this is either, ending yourself or an execution. There's no ifs, ands. That's not an accident. You don't get behind your ear. Your ear would be blown off had it been an accident. Unless the man's
do you think she killed him because they told her that she will get caught for cocaine?
His ears are shaped like this, which on the pictures I didn't see that. But like, think about it. To get behind your ear, you have to go through your ear. And this is cartilage. This will rip off. So
I mean, he was a police superintendent, so I'm sure he would be able to defend himself and not allow her to get that close. But yet again, if she was massaging him,
if she was behind him and had him in a compromised position,
and the gun was there, and this was all premeditated, and I waited for you to take off the gun and relax, then I got you in the right position, haven't I? Right there.
Yeah.
I'm behind
then it's
you.
this. Then it's this. It would be it would be interesting to see the forensics and like what angle the bullet went in. You understand what I'm saying? Because if it went in direct, then it could be this. If it went in behind this way, then we all know what it was.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Forensics are so interesting.
But I mean, while she's sitting there, they are going to investigate more.
I don't think
I'm sure. But then again, because this man is a billionaire, mind you, not a millionaire, a billionaire, I'm sure he has the money and resources to hide even the facts of the story. We only know what they put out. So I think, why is she getting special? If it was me and you, look at what happens to people that try to smuggle drugs from abroad. They're getting 10 years at a time, the normal commoners, like me and you. If we try to travel to Peru and get a bag of cocaine back and we get caught, we would get longer than what she's facing right now.
Yeah, but it's
how is that possible? To me,
but look at the rest of England. Baby boy Andy was hanging out with that guy named Jeff on the island.
Yes.
And nobody still said anything about that.
Yeah.
Money buys everything.
If you were a commoner, you're in jail. They're not watching you be out here grooming girls. You'd be in jail.
Absolutely.
But it's the power and this man is a billionaire. The son can use their money to buy her way out of it.
And then he's going to be done with her because she's tarnishing the family name.
There's a big but. I am very suspicious whether the son and her are even in a good place. Because if they're not, and they're just married for convenience, this suits him. And this is maybe why he hasn't spoken out. Because we haven't heard anything from her husband.
Like, where is he? Is he in Belize?
Well, she apparently is... what's it called? What was she again? She works with the hotel that they own, this hotel group in Belize. She's the director for lifestyle and marketing.
Time of the incident.
So where is Andrew Ashcroft? That's what I would like to know.
Yeah, and where was he when this happened? Because I'd be interested to know.
Well, certainly not with her. Certainly not with her, because she was there meeting this man.
She didn't call for help. He had time to get away.
I want to know who her, I mean, her husband is a decent looking man, I suppose. He's not ugly at all.
No, he's not a bad looking guy. But I'd be
he's
interested
not a bad looking. Oh, they've got 2 children together.
Yeah. Cute little kids too.
Yeah. They've got 2 kids together. He apparently has worked with the Marriott Group, and they've developed an oceanfront villa. They've developed villas in Belize. So they do a lot of housing and stuff like that, developments in Belize. His dad has citizenship in Belize. So
he was born there, wasn't he?
Him and his wife run that Aliyah Belize hotel group. So he apparently he is worth 2.1 billion. His dad is.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know who actually
and they own the Belize Bank. They also have 75% of Caribbean Investment Holdings Limited, which has a publicly traded company that owns the Belize Bank. So look at it. Belize in itself is not a big country. It's not huge. You can imagine Belize doesn't have that type of money like the economy in Belize can't be great. Yes, it's a tourism country, but at the same time, there's a lot of poor people, isn't there?
Yeah, because tourism's their only export.
Right. So,
and you look at it like at a time like now, when the whole world has been shut down for a year, those people have no money.
I would think that if they own things like the Belize Bank, and they're owning, you know, a lot of businesses, that if they didn't have those businesses in Belize, that it would make a big, you know, it would be, imagine if they had removed all the businesses these billionaire people own in Belize, would it affect their economical status? It probably would. Because these countries are so small. If you're the majority businessman that has most businesses, and all your money is in particular businesses in an island, not an island, but in a small place like that, you would think that you can affect that place's economy and the money that comes and goes. So even the mayor would be best friends with you if you're the billionaire bringing money to my country.
The president would be your buddy.
You know, you're the president, yeah. So in that sense, I feel like what power would anybody else? They have enough power in order to buy their way out anyway. So what is the point? I don't know. I'm getting a little bit upset why they're even talking about this woman, because at the end of the day,
she's going to be out in a year.
Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. She will be out.
Unless their marriage really was on the rocks, and maybe he just wants to get rid of her. And putting her in jail is a great way to get rid of her and save face. And hey, this woman did this. I can't be with her. That's not what my family stands for. We are for the people of Belize. You know, it's a good PR campaign if you think about it. I'd be interested to know what her
this Lord Ashcroft actually represented Belize at the UN. So his connections go in, you know. Mm-hmm. But this woman, did she have a moment of madness? What happened?
No, the thing that bothers me about the whole situation is that they're saying that they were the only 2 people on the pier.
On the pier, yeah.
They were the only 2 people on the pier. But she didn't ask for help. And the only other person that knows if there was somebody else there is now gone. So it's just her word that she's the only other person that was there.
Yeah. He has Belize citizenship. Yeah, he has. I mean, this man clearly has the connections in Belize, doesn't he? And so even this police officer, why was this woman meeting with this particular police officer? And there you go. Yeah, Hector, you're right. She'll probably get a fine and be out. And I mean,
yep.
If it was me and you, we'd be there for life in this inhumane, most awful, you know, one of the worst prisons in the world.
Oh, please, they probably have her in a suite there.
They're saying that they only heard a single gunshot. So, and then when they investigated, they found her with the gun, with the firearm on the pier, and she had blood on her. And the gun belonged to him. So
how did she get the blood? Did she try to help him?
Again, like I said, if this was from afar and all of a sudden
somebody's blood on it.
If it wasn't me that shot him and me and you are there, and
then if I shoot you, I'm gonna have gun residue on my hands, not blood. I'll have splatter, but not blood. Not like.
Well, I mean, they haven't said anything like it was his gun that was fired. Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Oh, the firearm belonged. The firearm belonged to him. So it was not like you're stabbing somebody
and you're going to end up with their blood on your hands. It's a gun.
Yeah. Hector said he landed on her and she pushed him in the water. What do you reckon?
I mean, that's one way to get blood on you. What I'm saying is that the simple act
I believe he had dirt on her as well. Something was going on that she was trying to prevent from coming out or being charged with. And maybe this particular police officer, she might have had a personal relationship with him since she's running businesses on the island. Do you know what I mean? Because she didn't call any other police, she called him. So I think even could he have been corrupt where she gives him money on the low?
Her and she figured
understand. And maybe, exactly. Maybe he was trying to blackmail her out of her businesses, or, telling her stuff like, you've got to do this in order, for you to still do business here and do this. We don't know this because a lot of these countries now, you find that the local guy, police officer who's on the beat, just wants a little extra $100, a little extra something in his pocket. So they will stop you sometimes in the middle of the road and say, you gotta pay tax to pass this road. And they do that back home in Africa. We want some insurance. You need to pay some sort of extra tax on here. And it's just a little bit of, extortion, but it's just a little bit of pocket money for them to go and have a drink and chill and feel like they've got money in their pocket. That's all it is.
Or pay for food for those 5 kids.
Yeah, exactly. Because
unfortunately, the police is really corrupt. If it's any way like it is in Dominican Republic, the police is super corrupt. Why? Because they don't actually get paid a livable wage.
No, they don't get paid a lot at all. Yeah.
So they do what they do.
Sorry, I went on a bit later than usual, guys. I apologize.
It's only 5:00.
No, it's like 1:15 over here. This is definitely nighttime moisturizing for me tonight. Ooh. My skin is ready for bed.
It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I mean, what did you guys think about the fact that this woman has got 2 children? Where are these children? Probably being raised by some nanny somewhere. Think about it. If they are in Belize,
dad and his
they're being raised by her team of, Yeah. I've seen that as well. She had coke on her apparently, and they threatened to charge her for it. So she turned herself in. I read that as well, that she had coke. But, a coke charge, a lot. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. And I got you going now. I know. Yawning here. What was I going to say? Oh, God, I lost my thought there. Go on, Leslie.
You were saying a cocaine charge and then you stopped.
Yeah, do you reckon a drug, because some of these countries, drug charges are bad.
Mm-hmm.
They're like long sentences. So do you think they said to her, you could be here for 10 years, but if you tell us what happened, it could be that particular police that was sent over there.
And they're saying that they were going to charge her with drug possession. You don't know if they were charging her with drug distribution.
Yeah, well, you would think that
I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff that's going to come out later on.
Yeah,
but they're just not saying that.
It could be that the police officers that caught her are trying to find out why she was sitting there with him, and maybe he was a corrupt cop, the one that got murdered. We don't know whether he was sitting there with her on the pier because they have a little, under the table type relationship where she hands him a bit of money and he does her favors. Mm-hmm. We don't know, because in these countries, you can pay the police force to protect you for security.
Yep.
It's just that way because of the money you can offer them. I mean, for God's sake, she was married to a billionaire. I'm sure she could offer them quite a bit of money to give her extra security and stuff.
Absolutely.
Especially if she's got her kids there, you know. And why was she giving him a massage?
She was not giving him a massage.
Why was she rubbing his back? You're not his wife. I don't care if you tell me you're a bit sore. Since when do we have this arrangement where now I'm rubbing your back?
We all know how I feel about touching strangers. I don't like it.
You know, no, I'm not touching your back. We don't have an arrangement. So that, you know, and then the fact that it was just the two of them, the fact that allegedly she was behind him, yeah, and then claiming that somebody shot him from the sea, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. This woman was plucking excuses out of the sky. But do you see how quick she is to hide herself on the picture on the thumbnail? That's her being hauled away in the back of this little kind of truck.
I can't wait to see the roots down to here.
Whose?
Hers.
I know.
She's not really blonde. I can't wait to see her natural black hair come out.
Yeah. I think Sweet Heavenly Dove, I don't think it was reported, I think they only reported on it since yesterday or this morning. It was very little news in America. Yeah.
And I'm glad you're covering it because you're privy to a lot more information because you're in the UK.
Yeah, did I say sea? I meant the ocean.
Oh, yeah, because you guys have seas. Yeah, so
I mean, it's interesting. I want to see what's going to come out more.
Me too.
Yeah, to see what's going to happen, or whether we'll just hear, oh, this woman was given a $20,000 Belizean dollar or Belize dollar fine, and that's it.
No, I think they're US
I mean, she can afford to pay them 100,000 Belize dollars, I suppose, and then walk away if that's what it takes. But remember, if Lord Ashcroft promises them contracts or promises to build a new school or bring money financially for a new hospital, Belize is going to go for that, and Belize will rub this under the carpet, is what I believe, in order to have funding and extra money for the government as a whole. And this man can give him that.
Did you realize that your queen is on the Belize currency? I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah, because Belize is a Commonwealth country. Remember?
Yeah, they're going to get away with this. She'll be out in a couple of days.
Yeah, it's a Commonwealth country, so they still, follow the queen and whatever else.
They're going to claim that somebody attacked them, stole her money, planted drugs on her, and then the poor girl tried to help him, and that's how she got blood on her.
Yeah.
They'll make up something.
And he's not a skinny guy. He's tall. He's 6 foot something.
6 foot tall, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a tiny guy at all.
No.
I mean, how tall is she? She didn't look particularly fit to me. Like, not to be able to, heave a 6 foot
drag him off or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she clearly was able to push him off or whatever, because if you think about
allegedly, we're assuming that
allegedly, we don't know the facts yet. There's no, autopsy's not been done or anything like that. So we'll have to wait for the post-mortem to be done and declared and stuff. But it would be interesting to see whether this man died instantly when he was shot, like what you said, what angle he was shot from, because she was behind him. So if she was behind him, the angle could only be from the back of the right ear, like they described. So
like this.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what? I will follow it up with
this. Then this is something completely different. If it's like this is an execution. I'm sorry, I don't care. That's not an accident.
No.
Because if she's giving him a massage, say I'm giving somebody a massage. If I hand you a gun, I'm handing it to you like this towards your front.
Mm.
And it would still be like this. The shot would still go in like this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like this.
And there's no way, if he could see her, would he allow her to raise the gun to his right ear voluntarily? Yeah. So that's what makes me believe she was probably behind him. Do you know what I mean? She probably was behind him, more than likely.
Or someone was behind him, and we're not being told that there was somebody else there.
Yeah, yeah. Whichever way, I mean, it's all about dodgy business dealings and money and whatever else, like I said, for the economy. So if they, and another thing, if they can pin this all on someone, that's another thing that governments like to do. We don't even know if she's the one that shot the man behind it. How do we know that? But you know, the news and stuff likes to pin stuff on people. And
listen, she's not a lady. She's not lady whatever. She's not British. She's a Canadian. She's expendable.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I
mean, a dumb girl for getting put in a situation like that, whether or not she did it, that was a really stupid rookie mistake. Why would you go here by yourself with the man?
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. What else do you guys think? Anything else you guys would like to add or input into this story? I'll definitely follow it up if there's any updates with a part 2, and we can see what this woman is about, because most newspapers are reporting the same thing now. It's all similar news, just a little bit about her. But you know, again, the husband, where is the husband, and why hasn't he made a statement? Why hasn't he either stuck up, supported,
or condemned?
You know, disowned, whichever. Why haven't you done anything? This is him clearly distancing himself from his wife, because he doesn't want nothing to do with this case. If he did, we would have heard Andrew Ashcroft allegedly, you know, how do I say it, denies all involvement, or denies, you know, that's what they usually say, right? It's a universal answer, like they deny all involvement or whatever, and that's that. But for you to just be quiet and allow her to be made to look as she's looking right now, to me, that's terrible. That is terrible. Unless you're enjoying the fact that, oh, look, everybody's seeing her for who she is, then I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
You would still want to distance yourself. If I had nothing to do with something and somebody that I was married to did something crazy, I would be the first one to be like, oh my God, that has nothing to do with me. I would give an alibi even before I was asked where I was. I was at this place. Look, here's the CCTV footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be cooperating before they even asked me to cooperate. Like, you just...
No. I mean, like GSP said, not much coverage. There isn't much coverage. I think there's more coverage in the UK due to, like I said, Lord Ashcroft being involved in the Conservative Party and stuff like that. But I'll definitely follow this up with a part 2 and see what's going on, and see what's what. If anything, I might just slip it into the beginning. I'll do you guys a quick update next week, Wednesday, before I do a next murder story. But yeah, next week, guys, if you're interested, I was thinking of covering, I think it's called Murder in Maui, which is another murder mystery that played off. Hey, Ablavi.
Hey, Ablavi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Finally moisturize.
Yes. You're liking my skin. I feel great with this moisturizer, you know, I must say.
Told you so.
I know, Leslie. Very good recommendation. But go on, Ablavi. Is there anything you would like to add?
Well, I didn't hear anything, but I just find this story to be very interesting. I think.
Yeah, you had a few things to say yesterday. Go on.
I find it interesting that nobody in Britain is saying anything about it. I mean,
they're not. They haven't. There's not one person that has come out in support, or has. Lord Ashcroft still hasn't even said anything.
I don't understand. Do you think that her husband is okay? I'm being real messy.
Go on.
Do you think they were into like cuck stuff? Because I don't understand how you're
into
married.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Into what?
Cuck.
Like cuckold?
Like you allow your wife to sleep with a black man as a fetish.
Oh, like
is that?
cold.
Hold on. Has that actually have a name?
Yeah.
Go on. What's it called? A cock.
Yeah.
COCK.
No, CUCK.
Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're into cooking. Nice.
Yeah.
And these people, like, as long as they get to watch, they're okay with it. It's a thing.
It's a thing. I'm wondering if that's what they were doing. Because
so you want your white flesh woman to be dicked down by a black man? Is that?
Yeah, that's the most popular one. But it's like some is Hispanic, some is white.
Exactly, like, GSP. Who knew? I didn't know. I mean, really, I've learned something new here. But what do you think, Ablavi, about the fact that this woman's husband has never, we don't hear anything from this man yet?
Listen.
Like nothing.
See, this is what I can't stand with the media. Had this been a reverse, we would have known where these people live, what they did, their neighbors.
Yes.
Everybody would have been out. Here you're grabbing information. I want to know why his wife was on the beach giving another man a massage. That's what I need to understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on the pier.
Past curfew during COVID.
Listen.
Apparently having meetings about her security, her personal security.
Okay, well, that's another thing. That's a robust guy. So they keep saying he fell on her. She couldn't push that robust man off of her if he fell on her.
He's big. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of foolish, every lie doesn't make sense. I want to know, I think this is a cuck gone wrong. I think he was giving her the Mandingo right. And maybe he changed it up because she did a rent-a-roster. I'm also curious to know, what is the English government going to say about this? Are they going to get her off? Because technically this is part of their Commonwealth. So I am here for this. I want to see how they...
Well, yeah, this is part of their Commonwealth. And I mean, for Lord Ashcroft, this is disastrous. I think this is why they haven't said anything. They are all in the background trying to figure out whether and maybe the PR team has said, not a word. We are not replying to this. We are not doing anything.
This is not going to go away.
No, it's not. It's not. But again, if she gets away with just a $20,000 Belize dollar fine, then, it's a slap in all our faces, really. This woman is going to get away with doing this because there isn't much coverage.
I don't have time for, Mandingo love gone wrong. I don't have time to sit here and picket and riot for two people who was grown and with foolishness. It's a shame he lost his life, but when are the people going to stop learning to leave people alone? When somebody has that much power, leave them alone. She clearly, I wonder if this is the first person she's killed, because that was a savage kill for your first time.
I know. Right behind the ear. Yeah. That seems too pro. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I wonder who else. Maybe
way too professional.
Maybe she told the husband, if you talk, I'm going to kill you too,
Maybe. We don't know. Listen, these people with money have all sorts of dark sides and secrets, So we don't know. We don't know what's going on. Like, look at Meghan and Harry. We don't know if she really is that bitch in the background.
Listen, I'm here for
it. Kind of does look like it, though. Just saying.
She very well could be,
Who? Meghan?
Meghan.
Listen, the royal family is playing right
into
the Queen. Hand.
The Queen is saying first Meghan nowadays. That's a good one.
I know, but the royals, they in trouble because Lord Ashcroft, and another thing with these lordships. Why all of a sudden everybody in England that's rich is a lord?
No, it's just that the lords always have been rich.
Oh, okay. Because I was just saying how quiet he's been. What has Boris said? I am so interested.
Nothing. They have not spoken about this woman. Nobody has really commented on this woman and what's going on. Nobody. This has all just been reported.
And you know what else I'm going to need? I'm going to need the sister to come and tell us the truth about her brother. You know, talking about he was a good man. He had a partner.
Yes.
You know what he was doing. You know he was swinging the Mandingo around, being a renta rasta for all the European women. So,
yeah.
And that was a big man. Like, when I saw the man, I said, no.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
I don't understand how she could have killed him and then put him in the water. Like, unless her husband helped.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody else had to have been there. There was no way.
But remember, the pier is an open place. There's no way that
you can't even roll dead weight.
Okay, think about it. This is not it's a pier where you can just fall off it, right? There is no gate or anything like that.
You still have to.
Okay. She has to roll it. That woman isn't big.
Hey, Ali, haven't seen you in a moment.
Hello.
What are you going to say? I know you about to go off. What do you think about
What are you doing up at this ungodly hour?
What are you doing up at this ungodly hour?
The way that we've had the lovely sun, Ali. I've just been out in the garden. I thought today, you know what? Should I just go to bed or just do this late? I thought, you know what? Let me just get in there and just do it late. So here we are.
Hello, Leslie.
Hi.
You've been missing. I'm sure we got to have quite the stories to tell.
Oh, I have got some stories. Let me tell you.
But no, Diali, we got to hear you about this. How do you think this woman from Canada got that big man on the water? Because
somebody
I don't think she could do it.
No, somebody helped her. She hasn't done that alone. Somebody helped
and she didn't ask for help. That's the crazy part. She didn't call for help.
Yeah, it's a cover up.
Time to get away.
Wasn't she having an affair with him?
That's what I said. I think he was her cook, and her husband and them had a sexual relationship.
Oh yeah, yeah. The husband was the voyeur.
But do you think the husband liked some peen too? Because I was getting that vibe. Were you?
Yeah, of course.
I think so.
You know, those people are strange. Strange for change.
You know, he wanted him some Mandingo too. They wanted to share it.
You know what's funny about that? They've all gone very quiet about this story.
Yeah.
It flashed up and then it disappeared.
Yeah, they're not saying much. I mean, Boris Johnson is more concerned with going through with this lockdown that they got, finishing this lockdown that they got at 21st of June. They want to open everything, don't they, Diali? He's more worried about that and keeping up with the deadline.
No, that's not going to happen now, but because of the variant, that's
exactly. Actually, GSP has a good point. This woman was high. When you're high and you're in the moment, you can pick up a ton of people. So that could have played a part.
Yeah,
but look, if you guys, I'm going to try and show you guys. Keep talking.
She like on bath salts? Because that's the only superpower drug that I've ever heard of.
Is she in jail in Belize?
Yep.
Yes, she's in jail in one of the most apparently like well-known jails.
Oh, the notorious ones. Yeah, she won't be. She'll be getting the red carpet treatment.
Apparently, she's in the world's toughest prisons. One of those.
Nah, she'll be getting the red carpet treatment. Believe me. They always look, Lord. It's Lord Ashcroft. Is it his daughter?
No, it's his daughter-in-law.
Yeah, she'll be getting the red carpet treatment. You know, the government.
Lord Ashcroft is a billionaire, so he has enough money.
Yeah, he's got influence.
You want to spend it on the Canadian?
Got influence.
Those people are funny.
Let me ask you something. If you were Lord Ashcroft, would you cut your son out of the will because of this?
No,
I definitely wouldn't be getting my title.
I mean, the son is worth a couple of million for himself because of the little businesses but again, he's only got that because of Daddy.
So who have they arrested? They arrested just the daughter-in-law.
Yeah, just her.
No one else.
No one else, no, so far.
Something fishy about this story. Something fishy about this story. This story is not adding up. I'm sorry. It's not adding up. As soon as I seen it, I said something's wrong here.
I was trying to
so wrong. Excuse the pun, something's dead wrong.
Yep.
Well, apparently she can get off with just a fine or
for killing
having to pay like $20,000-$30,000. Yeah.
Yeah, you can in those countries. You can pay a fine. It's like smugglers in most of those Caribbean countries. If you smuggle whatever, you can just pay a fine and as a get out of jail card. But nobody's really got the big dollars. But remember, these people are they come from money, so they've got deep pockets. So it's pretty bad, really, to say you can go to a country and commit a crime and then pay a fine and then come home like nothing ever happened.
I wonder if her family has money.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No,
for her to have. Well, she certainly
no. I'm saying before she married this Andrew guy.
Yeah, she'd have come from a good society family, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. You're not no poor person.
Yeah. And you can buy a lordship as well. I heard you saying that you can buy one. I worked with somebody who bought a lordship.
But let's talk about her. I don't know what's wrong with her and why she's putting up all these theatrics. She's going to get off. At least you can do is put your Karen behavior in the toilet. She acted a fool, cursing the people out. They better than me. I would have been chilling, tearing her up in that jail.
They'll give her a really good welcome in there, won't they?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, they could have done a murder-suicide and they could have just dumped her in the water as well. If really the gunshot was here, they could have gotten rid of her and nobody would have been the wiser.
I just know this is going to be a massive cover-up because it hasn't been televised as much as it would be if it was other people.
Yeah, it already is a massive cover-up. Who's to say?
So I found a little bit more about her and her family. Apparently, they don't. It's not clear whether she, Mrs. Hartin, is legally married to Mr. Ashcroft or if they have a common law marriage. It could be that they just have a common law marriage.
This is so. This is so ghetto. It reminds me of Yandy and Mendici from Love.
Yeah, a common law marriage. They're saying that Andrew grew up in Belize and he holds dual citizenship, Belizean as well as British. His children go to school there as well, apparently.
How many kids does Lord? What's his name?
Lord Ashcroft.
The actual dad or Andrew?
No, the dad. How many kids does he have?
I'm gonna have to.
And where does Andrew fall in the line?
Andrew is the youngest.
Oh, so it doesn't matter. He's not going to inherit anything.
Yeah, he's the youngest, apparently.
Okay, can we just say note to self, never name a child Andrew? Because obviously they're all messed up.
Right, so Lord Ashcroft has got 3 children, it says.
That's all. He don't got no half Belizean child?
Not that we know of. He's 75 years of age.
Gally, you know that. They be having their little, they tribe of children all around the world.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course he's got some little mixed children hiding from them, the establishment. The one that pays monthly to keep quiet.
I know.
There's a lot of babies looking like Leslie claiming lordship.
That's right.
No,
Leslie, you could be one of the children.
No, I hope they look like Akon just to piss him off. I hope they look like Akon just to piss him off.
Yeah, they'll be Akon black, won't they?
Yeah. When that happens, I love that. When people sit here and think that.
So Lord Ashcroft is known for owning the security giant ADT. The one that does all the home security.
Yeah.
That's where he really made his money first. They said in the 1980s.
Did he sell the company?
Yeah, he purchased it, and then in the 1980s, and then. I mean, this man is made his money. He's on the Forbes list and everything.
He's got wealth.
He bought it and then he flipped it into Tyco International in 1997 and sold that for 6.2 billion.
He's not worrying about his daughter-in-law. I promise
He's not. He has enough money. I mean, he's been an ambassador to the United Nations from 1998 to the 2000s.
Has the daughter-in-law got any children?
2.
Oh,
2.
okay. You see, this changes it. This does change it. That's why he will have to be bothered He does have to step in.
No, they'll just take the kids and be like, "Your mommy was bad, but we love you."
No, not the English way, I'm afraid, Leslie. They
Sorry, no, they're not.
Something.
Clearly, it doesn't matter what happens to the child bearer. The lineage is still there. They don't care about the person who carried them. They don't.
Yeah.
These families don't care. Had it been his daughter that did it, yeah, he would put money behind it. But a daughter-in-law, no, she was just a vessel.
No, I think he should, because she looks mentally unstable and might tell.
Which one?
The daughter-in-law. Who else they done buried? Because you can't tell me that wasn't a professional killing.
Yeah, something went wrong. Something went wrong. It's so bad, though. She walks from this, how bad it will be. Oh.
If it had been her, Jesus Christ! If that man had killed her,
they'd have seeked out the whole family. You know,
they would. Remember when that girl? What was her name? Natalie Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Aruba and didn't come home.
Yeah, that dumb thought.
Oh, that one.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but like honestly,
the one that left with Jeroen, the Dutch boy, the Dutch boy that had money. Yeah.
And this is why you don't live with strangers, and this is why you don't leave your friends in places to leave with strangers.
No, you never do that. You never separate from your friends.
Listen, she was just being a young thot doing her thot girl summer.
A young thot in bloody Aruba or whatever it was. I'm not doing it. I'm not thotting. I'm not being a thot in Aruba. Thank you very much. For me to be chopped up and found. No,
she didn't realize that. She thought she was just in America. That's a big thing that Americans do.
You're not just in America. You know what?
They do that.
No. But people so Ablavi and I are from New York. We have a little bit of street sense. We know not to leave people places. But these people from the Midwest, they think that they're just like, la-di-da-di-da, everything's fine. I'm an American. Nothing's going to happen to me. And then it happens. And then they cry.
Exactly. You don't remember that boy who was killed in North Korea? And I was like, what is he doing in North Korea? And then going to disrespect the thing. Like, these people won't kill you for that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. What did he do then?
He they said that he made a disrespectful picture. So he made a funny picture in one of the hotels.
Oh no.
He snuck into a floor that was off limits in this hotel, that it was specifically told to them, do not go there. If they tell me first of all, I'm not going to North Korea. But if for some reason I end up in North Korea,
bloody.
Like, I'm not going where they tell me don't go. Like,
Oh, he took a propaganda picture, GSP said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he wasn't going to go back
on a floor that was clearly not for the public.
Yeah, you don't behave like that.
It's like a military floor or something.
Listen, he's not the only one. There was that black kid that went to Greece and was studying and flossing, and they sat there and killed him.
Oh, you know where that was? That is literally round the corner from the apartment that I stay, that I rent. Round the corner.
Yeah, because I was like,
it was horrible.
Yeah. You can't be doing what you do in America and other countries.
And you know what? You know that bar? That bar is still open to this day.
Of course it is.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
there's certain places where I won't bring myself because I know my mouth and I know it'll get me in trouble.
No, you can't.
So I just don't go.
Yeah.
So was that your last thoughts, Diali? You want to say your last thoughts?
Yeah, I look. This is a straight cover up. This has gone really quiet in the news over here, and I find that very strange because if the roles were reversed, this would have made international major headlines. They wouldn't have stopped, repeating it all day. We can see what this is. This is privilege.
Yeah, 100% privilege. Yeah, I agree.
And it's a shame because that poor man is without his family now, and he's just going to be cast aside because this rich lady came to a country and she doesn't want to follow the rules because the rules don't apply to her.
My last words are, I want to shout this girl out. when you get out of jail, let me know what type of wilderness courses you're doing, because I need to get my game up to you, because that was a hefty man, and I need to learn how to get like that.
No, but if you guys see the pier, you know a pier has no edges. It's literally just the ground, the wooden planks on the floor. Yeah, if somebody
I wouldn't be able to roll
just
somebody that size.
She has 200 at least pounds on her.
Yeah, not dead weight.
No, and dead weight. It's dead. That's dead weight as well. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, thanks everybody for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the videos. So yeah, catch me again on Monday. I'll be doing the 90-day review. Hopefully they'll do a bit more filming in Africa so we can see how the background is and stuff like that, because that's really what I wanted to comment on. But yeah, join me again. Like I said, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another live. And yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. And I'll catch you guys on Monday. Next week, actually, I'll probably be doing, I'm thinking I'm doing Murder in Maui, which is a murder mystery on Discovery Plus. But if I come across something more appealing or that catches my interest, I'll let you guys know on Monday. So just keep your eyes out on the notifications and take care of yourself. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. On 3, we'll say bye, ladies. Thanks for